On this week's show, Liberty football kicks off the season, and we take you behind the scenes with Jamey Chadwell in the days leading up to the big game.
Plus, Liberty soccer pours into some special young people, and we relive a moment Flames fans will never forget. That's all ahead. This is Flames Central.
Week one of the college football season is in the books, and we are all the way back. Welcome to Flame Central. She's Emily. I'm Matt, and it feels good to know we've got college football every week for the foreseeable future.
Yes, it does. And it feels good to know that the Liberty Flames have win number 1 already under their belt.
Yeah, they do. It came last week in their season opener against Campbell. Now, to be fair, Liberty was a massive favorite in this game, but that doesn't make it any less exciting to see the boys out there doing their thing. And this was a great crowd on hand for this ball game. Over 21,000 packed into Williams Stadium, and they didn't have to wait long to see points put on the board. First Liberty drive of the game, Quentin Cooley punches it in from 6 yards out. The bowling ball picked up where he left off last year, rushing for 110 yards in the game. Now, it wasn't all smooth sailing for the home team. Caden Salter put it on the turf. That set the Camels up in great field position, and they would cash in. Sincere Brown with the 36-yard catch and run, and Campbell would take a 10-7 lead. It was 10-10 late in the second quarter. After a short weather delay, the Flames looking for a spark, and Trayon Sibley would provide it. Rushing off 2 tacklers on its way to a 70-yard score, giving LU a 17-10 lead at the half. Second half, Caden Salter with his second and final touchdown toss of the game, finding tight end Bentley Hanshaw for an easy 6. Liberty would run for 279 yards in this contest. Aside from Cooley, Billy Lucas had a big night, going for 78 yards in the score. Liberty takes it by the final of 41-24. That's the good. The bad, 11 penalties, something that did not sit well with head coach Jamey Chadwell.
We're thankful for the victory and awesome crowd, and especially after the delay, the students coming back and everybody coming back, that was great. I want to apologize to them that we didn't play a game that's worthy of our university. We had 11 penalties and just foolish ones, and that's on me. Obviously, if it's happening, I'm allowing it, and so I'm very frustrated by that. We talk all the time about who we playing against. We're playing against ourselves, you know, and tonight, it might have not ended up on the scoreboard, but we beat ourselves a lot. And if we play like that the rest of the year, we won't win another game. And so we've got to do a better job of coaching expectations, but we are thankful for the win.
It is easier to make those adjustments following a win. And while Coach Chadwell is probably ready to turn the page from that sloppy win over Campbell, we aren't. We all wait a long time for football season, so we're not only going to keep talking about the game, we're going to give you a deeper inside look at the prep leading up to the game as we continue our series, In the Fire.
Cooley breaks a big one. Across midfield, still on his feet inside the 30. He's got blockers ahead of him, cuts it inside the 5 to the house. Salter breaks loose, and he scores!
We're obviously thankful for the season we had, but that was last year's team. This team's not our one thing. And everything that we're getting right now is all based off of what happened last year.
Coach, do you feel like your team's in a good place coming out of camp right now and going into game week?
I think so. You know, I think anytime you're ready, you're actually into game week, there's an increase of intensity and focus just because you know, hey, you're a week away from finally playing. You get tired of hitting on each other a little bit. So yesterday was as I said, was an intense practice, and looking forward to continue to build it till we get to Saturday.
Raise that intensity up now. Let's stack our days. Let's stack our days. Let's go.
Buckle up. Buckle up.
Let's go now. Let's go. It's good to be nervous. You just don't want to be anxious. Anxious means, man, I'm not done what I need to do, and now you know you can't go handle it. Nervous means little butterflies, right? It's a good thing sometimes.
I'll probably get little butterflies before the game starts.
That's beautiful. That's what you want then.
Right after that kickoff.
Is you ready to go? Yeah, you're prepared. You've worked hard. You're good to go.
Every day that we're coming out with a great mentality to say, hey, we're going to continue to push through whatever adversity you have, whatever's going on at home, whatever you're struggling with, that when we go on this practice field for these 2 hours, that's our sanctuary.
You want to make him think you're running something to flat or anything like that, and then you just burst by him and use your hands, right? Wet ball drill, baby. Let's go execute right here. Low pads, intensity.
Get it go.
Nice job, nice job.
That's a great shot. End zone, end zone, end zone, end zone, end zone. Every day we're building up to it so we can play our best. Listen, man, I want you to focus on what can we do not to beat ourselves, and then secondly, to play our best. And we play together, man. Everybody in here, we have the talent, we have the connection to do special things. What's your job? What's your job? What's ours? Brotherhood on 2, 1, 2.
Anytime you've been with people so long, when you transition somewhere new, it makes that part of the job for a head coach easier because you're not having to coach your coaches, right?
In theory, now he'll run right. I know they're looking out here, but just maybe plugging a little bit just to get our guys' heads up on that, you know? I don't think this is a bad call in the third and short either if you feel like they're just coming in there, you know? What I worry about is, let's say right here, he comes off, you're not really getting a double. So now that quarterback's going to try to come up in there because he's right there. I think you want movement and then let the quarterback figure it out where he needs to go. Only way to find out, run it. See what happens.
Focus on each and every play. Make it the best version of yourself each and every time. And remember why we're doing it. Remember why. You worked hard over the last since January for this opportunity. It's 1 of 12, man. Let's run the fastest race tonight. Let's run the fastest race. When that gate drops, we're ready to go on that kickoff. Let's all be on there. Let's be the best teammates for each other. Be excited to be into it. But let's run the race as fast as we can go.
And this will be Wilkins at the 3. Right side is boom! He's hit hard at the 13-yard line. How about that to start the season, JP?
Wow, what an absolute pursuit down the sideline, untouched, unfettered, and absolutely a deke leader.
Cooley takes a little contact, cuts it up, dives into the end zone, and the Flames are on the board.
And that's what Cooley does right there. It'll bottle it up in the middle, it'll bounce it out to the outside, find that extra 5 yards, getting in the end zone.
They're short front side. Is the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls right on the Conference USA logo, stops now, sprints near side between the hashes to the left hash. Picks up a block at the 15, stretches ahead, first down for Caden Salter. 5:10 left to go in the first half, and we have officially hit a weather delay here at Williams Stadium in Lynchburg.
As we get outside, listen to me. Okay, we're coming out of the end zone as a warm-up. Defense, gonna be on the right side of the field. Coach Jacob, QBs, will be warming up, throwing the ball. Finish these last 5 minutes, all right? Let's finish these last 5 minutes. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Salter looking at the near sideline. Fires, caught, Sibley with a catch, breaks free! He's inside the 40, inside the 30, a foot race to the 10, and he is in! He broke the initial tackle, and then he was gone.
And that was a great job by Caden Salter. What he did is he waited, used his eyes to expand the defender, and then was able to come back, hit that curl route, and then Treon Sibley did the rest.
Snap back to Salter on 3rd and goal. They fake it, they throw it, end zone, and it's caught. Bentley Hanshaw, the tight end, in the left flat. He coasts in the end zone. Light him up. Touchdown, Liberty.
Beautiful fake by K-Salt to get the defense to jump on that.
New quarterback in is Ryan Berger. 1st and goal from the 6. Snap to Berger. And he'll keep it himself up the middle. Little dance in. Light him up. Touchdown, Liberty. Ryan Berger. And the Flames add to their lead with 4:10 left in the 4th.
That'll seal the deal.
So Liberty gonna get that first win of the season, 1-0 here in 2024.
Well, Coach, that was a grind early, and things got a little chippy late. What were your early takeaways from this first victory of the season?
Well, one, thankful for the victory. There were some good things. There were some just bad things, some things that we don't need to play the game the way we did. We talk to our guys all the time, and you got that target on the back, it's different, and we saw it tonight. So good thing is it's a win, and we can clean up from it.
I have no doubt that you guys will clean it up this week.
Thank you.
Thanks to our Donald Scott for another great In the Fire. In Saturday's victory, the Flames finished with 533 total offensive yards. The numbers are almost right down the middle between rushing and passing yards. But on this week's Flame Central podcast, powered by Alcova Mortgage, analyst Joe Yach has a hot take about what's to come for this Liberty offense.
I think you're going to see multiple receivers step up.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of weapons at the receiver position. And to see how Treon Sibley, he looks good, right? Like you can tell that he's slimmed down. that he is like he's healthy, right? That curl that he caught and then he bounced off and took it 70-some yards. Yeah. That's a competitive group right there. Mobley, Elijah Canyon, Reese Smith, if you can get him involved more into the offense.
Copeland had 3 catches.
Copeland had 3 catches. And I think you're going to see that group as a whole, maybe not one individual, but as a whole really flourish.
Oh, look how cute and cozy Matt and Joe look. Is there a new set? Where am I? Was the show better without me? So many questions, so little time. You can watch or listen to the Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage to be the judge. It's informative, it's fun, plus football is back, so we're bringing all the heat. We drop a new episode each and every week, so be sure to check it out where you listen to your podcast or watch it on the Liberty Flames YouTube channel.
You were missed, Emily. I want you to know that. All right, throughout the football season, there will be a number of memorable plays. But we here at Flame Central can do better than just bring you the top plays of the season. We bring you the top plays of a lifetime. It's a segment called My Moment. And this week, we hear from Flames tight end Bentley Hanshaw about his favorite play in the Liberty uniform.
My name is Bentley Hanshaw. I play tight end, and my favorite moment in a Liberty uniform is scoring a touchdown in the opening drive of the Fiesta Bowl.
Ball's between the hash marks at the 17-yard line. Play action. Salter to throw back to the left, and it's caught in the end zone. Light him up! Touchdown, Liberty! Bentley Hanshaw!
So it was the opening drive of the game, and with the pregame jitters you feel, I like to just get my first play out of the way, because then I just feel a little more easygoing.
Liberty won the toss, and they're going to put their offense out there first, elected to receive, to try and set the tone, and they'll start out at their own 25-yard line.
So it was the exact play that we were trying to run. It's a tight end leak. Good thing about tight ends who like to block is you can disappear and disguise yourself and make them think you're blocking. And so I just took a couple steps down and tried to disappear into the line of scrimmage and make the linebackers take their eyes off of me and forget about me.
Salter back to throw. Back corner of the end zone.
If you watch it closely, you can see that I actually tripped for a second and almost fell on my face. So I just put my head down and ran as fast as I could, just kind of hoping that Caden would just throw the ball there and I could make a play. And right as I looked up, from just running as fast as I could to get to the end zone, I saw a brown smudge in my face and just kind of reached out and snatched it, and it all happened so fast.
Fantastic route and catch by Hanshaw. Beautiful toss and pitch from Caden Salter. Great start for the Liberty offense.
Photos and the videos are so great. There's a specific photo that's me and Noah Frith kind of jumping into each other, and it shows a good angle of the whole stadium. And I remember standing there after I turned around and I see my teammates running towards me, and it was just a cool moment to take in and just like man, we're actually here and we're playing football in this environment against teams like this, so it was magical.
And they're gonna sneak Hanshaw from one side of the formation all the way back across, and there it is, touchdown.
I think once you get to the sideline and everyone's kind of high-fiving you and whatnot, there's just always a certain moment for me of gratitude and just like, wow, like I'm so lucky to get to do what I do, and just to have the opportunity to play in a program like this that's going in the direction that Liberty is going in, and to have that moment against Oregon in the Fiesta Bowl, I think that's a moment I'll carry with me the rest of my life.
Light him up! Touchdown, Liberty! Bentley Hanshaw!
We need to take a timeout, but when we come back, we hit the pitch for highlights and a special moment with men's soccer.
Plus, our favorite Canadian joins the show. It's Rhett McGibbon. It's Warm, Hot, and Fuego. It's up next. Don't go anywhere.
You might have heard some things about Liberty University, like how we're just a little Christian school in the middle of nowhere. And there's nothing to do here. I mean, come on. You know us. Boring.
Boring?
Yeah. They say we don't work as hard, think as hard, try as hard.
I object.
The truth is, well, we might surprise you.
Challenges, they're nothing new. At Liberty, we know they make you stronger. force you to learn, adapt, to overcome. When your next challenge comes, be ready. Meet it with a degree that propels you forward. We've helped champions like you succeed for 35 years and counting. And now, over 100,000 students are getting stronger every day. At Liberty University, challenges make champions. Let's overcome together.
Hey, welcome back to the show. Liberty women's soccer has gotten off to a dominant start this season, reeling off 6 straight wins and outscoring opponents 15-4. But this week, the schedule provides a new, more difficult test as the Lady Flames face 2 Power 4 opponents.
Beginning with the road matchup at number 21 Virginia Tech on Thursday night. And guess what? Liberty was up to the test. LU secures its first ever win over a top 25 program on the strength of 2 Hallie Engel goals. Liberty had been ranked 0-7 all-time against ranked opponents. Not anymore. The Lady Flames win their 7th straight to open the 2024 season.
We'll stay on the pitch for our next story. When it comes to sport, sometimes we get caught up in the numbers, how many minutes you've played, goals you've scored, games you've won. But recently, when the Aspire group joined a Liberty men's soccer practice, it was a good reminder that this game has a much bigger impact than stats.
The Aspire Group is a program that Campbell County Public Schools initiated last year. This just gives them an additional opportunity to learn more about their community. They love sports. They love to get out and be a part of things. They've been very excited, and all morning long on their emails, when they email me, they're asking, what are we doing today? What are we going to see today? Who are we going to talk to today? So they're very excited.
It's important to be grateful for what you have, and I think when you're grateful for what you have, then you should share that and serve. And I think it's a great life lesson as well. Our goal is to try and create men for others. So any time and any chance we get to give back, we're trying to do it.
1 clap, 2 clap, half clap.
As much as we love soccer, we remember that we use it as a tool to help other people. So when we get a chance to do this, like, it's just incredible, and it's all for God. So to show the love of Jesus through that is so cool.
You kind of come to an event like this, or you meet kids like this, and you kind of see, there's just more to life than soccer, and just kind of the joy they have in their faces kind of refocuses your perspective.
During the season, like, it's all 110% go, go, go. Everyone wants to play as much minutes as they can, and then when we do things like this, it just reminds you that, okay, like, my identity isn't in how many minutes I play, it's in how can I help the person around me, or how can I help these people have the best day of their lives today.
I absolutely love seeing those smiles. All right, staying on the pitch, but talking field hockey. The Lady Flames on the road at Kent State. And let's just be up front in this one. It's all about Martu Sion. Penalty corner for Liberty. Ella Murphy to Sion for the first goal of the game. Let's fast forward to the second. 2-1 Liberty at this point. Sion adds to it, putting back her own rebound. And why would we stop there? She completes the hat trick in the third quarter, the second hat trick of her career. LU goes on to win it 4-1. Sion and Murphy both land on the Big East Weekly Honor Roll.
Yeah, Martu Sion, stud. Yes. I think we're all aware of that. Speaking of studs, look who's here. Rhett McGibbon, big guy. Welcome. Warm, hot, and fuego. Top player moment from the past week in Liberty athletics. Perhaps Martu will make the list. I don't know. I don't get involved in picking the winners. That's all Rhett's business.
That's true.
Rhett, do we have a theme this week?
We do. You know, I was kind of thinking about a theme, and I was realizing there's a crime going on in America.
Oh,
you know what that is?
Tell me.
People have forgotten about apples. We go right from like summer to pumpkin season. We have forgotten about apple picking.
Are apples now the most underrated of the fall fruits?
I would 100% say that.
I'm glad you brought this to my attention.
It's just, you know, like it's criminal that we've forgotten about apples.
Right. I love a good
apple. The price of apples, also criminal. We'll get to that later.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's start with Warm.
Warm. Peyton Huber, goalkeeper on the women's soccer team's USA Goalkeeper of the Week. She is like the apple cider donut or the cake. Ooh. Yeah, you know, like I hard to believe that's Warm. Right? I know. Like, but those apple cider donuts, so good. Peyton Huber also so good here as of late. Came into the match versus the Blue Hens. They've done some split duty. Did you know that?
Yes, I noticed that with the goalkeepers. Yeah.
She comes in, a goal had been allowed. She did not allow another goal. They go on to win that one. And then a clean sheet over Longwood. I give Coach Wiedemeyer some credit. He's going with 2 underclassmen between the pipes. Yeah. So that's a lot of faith in his young goalkeepers, but Huber proving him right.
All right, from Warm, we go to Hot.
All right, it's Quentin Cooley, and it's, you know, he's American as apple pie. Yes. Like, that's what I say. That's just the staple apple pie with caramel or without, if you'd like. You know, you get a little crumble on top.
Mix it up a little bit.
Now, the one thing I like to do, sharp cheddar cheese.
Are you one of those guys?
I
am. I can't get on board with that.
Love it. So good. But anyways, Cooley, 16 for 110 yards, a touchdown, 6.9 average on the day. You come into a season, you hear kind of like, okay, our O-line depth, you maybe worry a little bit, is he going to have the same traction as he did a year ago? He did not miss a beat.
Not a beat.
Like, this guy comes in, he's just bowling people over. I love how he's leaping into the end zone. Yeah. And you got to remember, last year, it took him like 5 games to find pay dirt.
That's right.
Really happy to see him get that on game number 1. Awesome stuff. Love Quentin Cooley.
He looked fresh.
He did.
He looked a little quick, a little extra giddy up to him
I totally
week 1.
agree with that.
All right, in Fuego, Rhett, who's your pick this week?
All right, it's Martu Sion.
Gotta be.
And it's Apple Crisp. I love Apple Crisp.
Oh, yes.
You know, you get that with the a la mode. I think that's what they
call it. Little vanilla ice cream on the side.
Goodness. Yeah. I could go on and on about that. Yeah. But anyways, Martu Sion, Hattie versus the Golden Flashes. And then she's a streaky scorer, okay? I was kind of going back to her career, and she scored 3 goals in this game. All right, last year, she had 5 straight games in which she scored a goal. And then the year before that, she had 5 goals in a matter of 2 games. And then she kind of will go in batches. 2 games, she'll score some goals, and then she'll be quiet for a little bit. So right now, on a heater, ride it as long as you can.
Absolutely.
Maybe the senior season, it kind of gets consistent. That can happen sometimes, but Martu Sion, excellent performance by her.
Yeah, great start to the season for the Lady Flames. Hot apple cider. That's another good one.
Yes,
we'll talk about that off camera. Hey, still to come, what do the Flames Fantasy League standings look like after week 1? Stick around. You're going to want to find out when Flame Central comes back.
Welcome to Liberty University's online programs, where living out your calling with integrity is what you train to do. And getting ready for the future doesn't mean missing out on the now. Because a university is more than buildings and books. And an education should set you free, not fence you in. Welcome to Liberty's global campus, where distance learning was pioneered and evolved into one of the top-ranked schools in the nation. Where protecting your budget, your time, and your education isn't just a theory, it's our priority. Here, degrees in your field reflect industry demands and help you get ahead of the competition. Where college comes to you, but you can come to college too. Game day, homecoming, graduation day. Your school, your values, your experience, your choice. Welcome to Liberty University, where we train champions for Christ.
Does education mean a room with 4 walls, a desk, and a PowerPoint lecture?
Or is it something bigger?
What if it's the people beside you, one chair away or one ocean away?
What if it's the chance to learn from your mistakes, as well as your victories?
And the push to keep going either way.
What if it's the freedom to reach for bigger things without missing the little ones in between?
For each of us, education looks a bit different.
Because we're each a bit different.
But at Liberty, we think education might just mean something big enough for all of us. That's Liberty to us.
What will Liberty be to you?
At Liberty University, we understand life can be unpredictable, and when you need a resilient career, your education should withstand any test. So we've made sure the degree you need is within reach by freezing one of the lowest tuition rates in the nation for 8 years and counting, and giving scholarships, discounts, and credit for work you've already done. Because we're proud of what you do. We've done this for over 30 years, and we know how to help. We're here to help you.
William Byron's gonna win!
William Byron wins it at Atlanta.
Hugs that white line, drifts up and comes to the line. Wins it!
Welcome back to the show. As you may know, we started a Flames Fantasy League 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It's between Matt, Joe, Yach, and myself, and trust me, it's extremely competitive.
It is. When you look back, I took the first 2 titles, then Emily went back-to-back. So the question is it finally Joe Yach's year? After week 1, he has reason to think so. He had a monster week. 3 different players scored a touchdown for him. Cooley, Lucas, Hanshaw all found the end zone. And he's up 46-26 over myself. Emily,
I've never
slow
felt
start.
this before. I've never seen my numbers so
Thankfully, Trayon Sibley had a big week for me, but long season, plenty of time to go.
And
This
we're
is what
playing
we're playing
for this year.
So a lot on the line. Hey, about out of time. As always, check out the website, libertyflamecentral.com.
And don't forget Flame Central Podcast. Every Monday, we drop a new episode for Matt. I'm Emily. We'll see you then.
So you're looking for a university that's perfect for you, a school that has anything you could possibly need.
Anything?
You want a place that has the programs you want to study, and maybe a few more, just in case you change your mind.
I think I'm going to sign up for the fashion design program.
All right. A place with state-of-the-art facilities. I mean, look at this campus.
And who doesn't love big-time sports?
And great recreational activities.
Okay, now we're on a roll. Somewhere you can hike, slide, strike, shoot, climb, eat, and most importantly, eat. You want a place that takes you to space? Okay, maybe not, but we can teach you how to fly, or pastor a church, or run a business. And all that with a great view? Yeah, I think I know a place.